Alright, hopefully that's working now. Um, Wanted to show you guys PoxNora and try to get new players to start playing this game. I mean, I've been playing it for 10 years. This game has kind of some sentimental value to me. Um, though it's got kind of a rocky past, I feel a lot of players who play it will enjoy it. It's very strategic, it's very hard. It's not an easy game to play by any means, but if you can get good at it, this is one of the few games that I've ever played that when I win or when I'm playing another player, your adrenaline will go. I mean, the only other games I can really say that do that for me is Call of Duty, Hardcore Search and Destroy, which if you're the last guy alive and there's three guys left on the other team, you're gonna get that little adrenaline rush. It's the same thing. This game has two modes. Um, there's the 1v1 and then there's a team 2v2. The 2v2 can be a little unbalanced at times. Most people do solo ranked. I'm not going to do any ranked today. I really don't play a lot of ranked, but this is more just to try to show new players um, strategies to kind of help you along the way to get started. Okay, so if you're just getting started, I'll just start by showing you, you know, basically what you would do. I believe when you start an account now, you get um, a free deck. I think there's a few different kinds, which I think you go into single player. Um, you'd go into single player. You'd be a faction walkthrough. So you just play these walkthroughs, and you would get free decks. They basically give them to you for free. The starter decks, I think you can't trade them, and I don't know if you can level them either. Um, but this is a free-to-play game. It's kind of grindy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty damn grindy. But if you join a guild and you're serious about the game and they see you're playing it on a daily basis, every other day, people will give you some free shit. Even if it's not like really great shit, they're gonna give you some stuff. It's not a big deal. Okay, so um, yeah, so that's how you get started in this game. It's not very hard. It can be free to play. I do recommend you putting at least maybe $30 a year into the game. Uh, it was never meant to be free. It used to actually be pay to play and even pay to win, in my opinion, which I didn't mind it because the things you bought were actually you could actually sell them at one point. So even though you might pay to win, you could actually there was actually quite a few websites that were buying your runes basically from you or helping you trade your runes even, which a lot of them shut down because they made it free to play. But anyway, we're gonna get started here. I'm just gonna try to play it kind of simple for you guys. Just give you information as we kind of go. Okay, so we have obviously this is misspelled. I'm not great at spelling, but this is the Hyenid and Jin deck. They work together, so that's why you mix them up together. Um, this deck is pretty powerful. I use it a lot for grinding, playing against AI, and I'll show you why when we get in here. Hopefully they fix what I'm about to show you, just because it can be a bit a little bit OP, a little bit easy because they don't attack a certain unit. And I'm gonna show you why and everything. All right, so when you first get in the game, hopefully we got sound. Um, do we got sound? Okay, yeah, wow, really loud. Let's see if we can kind of tone that down a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna scry. You usually use your scry, okay? So this is what your base is, okay? This is just your starter base. It's based on a grid system, which I'll pull up here in a second. But you use this to at least once or twice at the start of the game. Maybe even three times if you want. But you lose 7 health from your base every time you do it. So this is an AI I'm playing against, so they're not going to be scrying. But that's how you do it. Now, in the options, you can use either auto reveal your runes or you can reveal them yourself. Now, before I do that, I'm going to show you if you hit G and then G again, you'll be able to see these tiles a little bit better. These are water tiles. When they're just like that, that means they don't really affect you. They're more for like these guys. Um, this guy's amphibious. This champion ignores restrictions and penalties imposed by water because he's a Fulgur Swamp. And that they're kind of based around water. They're like, he's like a hybrid octopus looking dude. There's like little frog looking guys, but so I like to play with reveal auto off. So I have to reveal my runes by myself. You click, and it's gonna give me a random rune. I have to do this. Okay, this is still a little loud for me. Hopefully, it's not like blowing your guys' eardrums out. I'm sorry about that. This is the first time I've done with this game. We've got 4, 5, 6. Now you start with 5 on the first draw, and that was for my scry. I got an extra rune, and every turn you get two runes to reveal. Now there's three or four different types of runes. Okay, you got your spell runes, which this is what this is. They're got the blue outline around them. You see, it's got blue. Then you have your red, which are your champions. These are your primary runes you're gonna want to play as you go. Usually want to try to play one every turn, but the best way to kind of do it too is to match how many your opponent's playing. So if they just keep putting out champions, you want to keep putting out champions. They're your primary damage dealers. They're your primary defense. It's your best bet. Okay, so we're gonna go with this guy. He's got 7 speed, which is important because you want to try to play a 7 speed champion at the start of the game. It's like simple. It doesn't really matter. It's just you want to do it. Um, so we got one. If you don't draw one, don't panic. Just play which one you think would be best. The highest one you got though. Alright, this is still too loud. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even. Is that even turning it down? Probably turned it off there. Okay. I play with my volume like max, and I usually just turn it down in game. So let me see. That wasn't even full volume, so I don't know. Now you can see I only moved this one 3 spaces. Okay, so let me break it down a little bit more for you guys real quick. Okay, at the bottom left, when you click on a champion, it shows you their stats. So this guy's got 12 damage, 7 speed, 1 range, meaning he's basically melee, 2 defense, and 48 health. Now above that, you see that number 80, which is your the cost of this unit. So how much it cost me to put him on the field. Up at the top left, that's how much Nora I have this game. So that's where the PoxNora part comes from. It Nora is like this magical energy or whatever that helps you put out your units, your spells, all that shit. So okay, so we got a reveal. 2 runes. Okay, so now I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit, but the reason why I only moved him 3 is because if you leave him with 4, no matter what the speed, unless you're playing a faction called KF, which is Katir Forest, which I'll show you a game of that soon, they can leave with 5, but everybody else has to use 4. Now, what that basically means is, seeing how my speed is 11, you can only have, if you see at the bottom of that little thing that popped up, max AP 11, which 7, if you have 7 speed, the max AP will always be 11. But here's the thing: no matter what your speed is, if you leave them with 4, they will always have max at the end. So you don't have to really count it. You just know. I know for a fact that if I leave him with 4, he will have 11 AP, which is the max. He cannot have any more than that. So that's why I did that. You don't always have to do that. It's just it's good practice to do that. You never want to really leave them with more than 4 though, unless you like. There's nowhere you can move them with and them being safe. So you know what I mean. So that's why. But let's go ahead and get already revealed. So let's get another unit out. We want to give this guy some backup. I'm thinking this guy, but I really don't. None of these are really that great to get out right now, but he's gonna need some backup. Let's see what this guy does. Energy Thief. So this guy's gonna be a bit of a counter to a melee. It's not a super hard counter, but he's not gonna be easily beaten just with melee. As you can see, Energy Thief is his ability, gives him this little white, kind of like a aura, I guess you could consider it. If my melee walks into that little white aura around this unit, then um, he's gonna lose 2 AP, which means I'm gonna be, when I'm walking, I'm gonna lose AP, and then when I get to that unit, I'm gonna lose even more because he's gonna be taking it from me. So we're gonna pull out another unit. We're gonna pull out this guy. He's got range. He's got a pretty good distance too. Okay, so now we've got the 2 units. This unit right here with the 4 AP has got an AP stands for action points. I believe it's. I believe so. Okay, that's so loud. This game is so loud, but okay, so now you can see he's got 11 AP, automatic. Move this guy up 2, leave it with 4, move him up to here, because you want to capture these. Okay, so now I clicked on this little font right here. This is the zone. If I step on this and the enemy's not on it, then it becomes mine, which is why there's changed, like, you know, why it looks different. They captured that. That's how you get more Nora per turn. You want to capture these. These are the most important part of on the field, really. Besides your base, these are what you want to capture. You want to hold these. Now he's got 2 more AP, so I'm gonna go ahead and move him here. So now he's got 4. We don't have enough to get another unit out. We're gonna go ahead and reveal. Okay, so we pulled some more spells. We got some more spells to use if we want. We're gonna end our. Actually, we'll scry again. Go ahead and scry. I only think I did it once, so. Yep. All right, 14. Give me an extra reveal. Okay, so now we got a new type of rune that we haven't seen. It's got a green border. These are relics. Now, the way relics work, I'm gonna go ahead and put mine down. The way relics work is you put them on the field. You have to you can put them around your champion. You can put them in this zone if you own it, which I own this. This is like your starter zone. You can always put stuff here. But they just basically sit there. They're just like little structures, I guess you can consider it. This has 20 health. The enemy can attack it, and it can be destroyed. Something to note, though, all relics that I know of are immune to disease damage and immune to poison damage. Okay. They have no spell presence, which if you hold P, I think it's P. Oh, you got to click on something. So if I hit P, I can put a spell anywhere in this zone right here, around this unit, because he has a spell presence. Again, with this one, because he's got a further range, I guess, is why that's farther out. No, actually he has this. Spell presence is increased by 2, so he's got a couple extra spaces. I think all Jin have that now, because that was on another unit. But anyway, so this relic is, they used to have a name for them, and I don't remember what they are called. They were actually came out in a specific set, and it was like you had to buy it for, like, I think it was like $5 back in the day. Now you can just get them free every time you buy one of these buildings, your base. Now see, this one's just like a normal standard base. It has nothing special about it whatsoever. It's actually, they're called shrines, by the way. Now when you buy these, which they used to be like $10, but now you can get them for like X amount of coins that you've bought, or I mean grinded for. You can buy these, and actually when you buy these avatars, you get a free relic of this relic style. All of the factions relics do pretty much the same thing now. They're just plus 5 health, plus 1 damage. But these actually level up. You can see it's at level 50. This is max level. As you level them up, they get stronger. Because if you use this ability right here, this third one, you can actually move this around like a unit, like a champion. If it gets destroyed, though, you'll still lose. So you don't want to blow that up. The second ability here is to fortify. Basically, they can't attack your base for 2 turns. If somebody tries to rush your base, because that is a strategy, people will use stealth units, and they'll try to sneak their way up into your base and then start attacking it. So that's what you do, is you just basically fortify and try to get as many units over there as you can. But that ends my turn. Oh, that's what they're called, war banners. Okay, they're the banners. Each faction has their own. Okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna move this guy. We can't really move him in because we're not gonna get the full strength of his ability. He has this ability called Violent, which if a friendly champion that shares a race with it, remember this is the Hyaenid. This one over here is called a Jin. Okay, they work together but just differently. See, for instance, this one, the Jin gets 1 damage for each friendly Hyaenid that's in play. So there's 1, so he gets 1 plus damage, and then another plus. You see the mod, MOD, it's in green. That's from the Hyaenid, and then from the banner over here, the War Banner. So we get 2 for that. But anyway, we don't have any other Hyenids out that I can put on like next to him, except for right here. But we're gonna need this guy to come down here to help fight. If I can get an attack off, I will do it, but they're just out of range. Okay. Wow, they have 3 of these. Come on now. Like I said, this is an AI, and it's also the daily challenge. Every day there's 2 missions you can do that give you like bonus gold, and that's what I'm playing against. So apparently, yeah, I'm just going to be this type of unit. Yeah, they keep coming. I'll be able to get a good chunk of damage off on this one next time. I actually might be able to just destroy it. Now, when I attack this unit, it's got an ability called Pawn. The first successful attack on this champion each round damages the nearest other friendly champion instead of this one. So basically, if I attack this one, the damage is going to go to this one. But I don't know if it'll keep bouncing. We'll see. We're going to go ahead and use this ability. Okay, so you have your attack. This is like a normal attack. And this is your abilities. Now this attack right here, it starts off at 3 AP, so it costs 3 AP to attack. Some have multi-attack, which deducts how much this attack costs. It'll usually go down from like 3 to 2, and then if I use this ability, it costs me 3, but the second time I attack, it'll cost me 5. So you'll need 8 AP to do it like 2 attacks, 2 basic attacks. But this ability is 2 basic attacks. Okay, you can see it tells you how the ability works. This champion makes a basic attack melee, a basic melee attack against target opposing champion. If successful, this unit makes an additional basic attack for free against the same target. So it's basically 2 attacks for the price of only 4 AP, but it's got a cooldown of 4. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna get rid of that thing's pawn. I didn't realize this thing was here. But anyway, so I did a lot of damage because the pawn. Okay, so I attacked this. The pawn ability kicked in for this. It bounced to this one. This one's pawn ability kicked in, and so on and so forth all the way around the map. So none of these should have pawns left. But we're gonna go ahead and use our ability here. Now you can use A to attack with this, or you can use 2, the number 2 on your keyboard to attack with that. It's just like the hotkeys, just so you know. He's gonna attack. And there you go. So he did his 2 attacks. Now you can see his damage is going up because of this ability, Violent. It gives this champion has Fury if a friendly champion that shares a race with it is within 2 spaces, which is why I put him, this new guy, right next to him. So now every time he attacks, he's gonna get, when this is what Fury is. When this unit makes a successful basic attack, it gains +1 damage. So every time I attack now, I'm gonna get 1 damage permanently added to his damage. I'm gonna move him up though. Oh no. Oh, I forgot that this thing has Energy Thief. It's gonna start stealing my AP when I walk within that range. But it's alright. He'll attack him next turn. That's why they're taking a lot of damage. This relic over here is basically splitting the damage I'm doing to this unit between all of their units. This is called a Soul Sphere. It's actually a pretty good relic to have, but every time it does that, it's losing 3 health. So actually, I won't be able to destroy that thing this turn, but I'm going to go ahead and use this guy's ability, which is target champion with race elemental or hyenid within 7 spaces gains regen 3 until this ability is used again. Now regen 3 is a level. The number 3 in regen is actually a level because each ability has different like levels to it. This is a rank 3. I'm sorry, they're called ranks. Rank 3 reflex, which is 50% less damage from melee attacks. So this has a Jolt 3, rank 3. So this gives them regen 3. And if you can see to the right of that now, it says regen. It tells you what that regen and that ability is going to do. Uh, at the beginning of your turn, this unit heals 6 health. I gave it to him, so here it's here right now. So pretty cool. Always read your enemy's stuff. Like I've been playing this game so long, I pretty much know all of the champions, all the abilities and shit like that. Every release they add a few new abilities, so catching up on those type of things is a good thing to do. Now we still have enough reveals, and we also have enough Nora to kit out another unit. Like I said, you always want to play more units. See, I have 3, they have 4. We want to kind of level this playing field here. So we're gonna go ahead and get another ranged, because I didn't know that what I was really going to be fighting, but now I know, and I know ranged is going to be very helpful. Okay, we're gonna end our turn here. This is my guild. He's playing against Tiny. Tiny is one of the better players in this game. Wow. That's this match because that was just annoying. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and attack again. Trying to keep this game, or trying to keep this as basic as I can for you guys, so you can. I don't really want to reach the ability. I'm just trying to give you guys ideas of what kind of things are in this game. Now this Jolt is what is called a condition, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's called a condition. When I basic attack something, it's going to get this condition. When this champion successfully damages a champion with a basic attack, that champion is shocked for 5 turns. Okay, shocked. At the start of each turn, this unit takes electrical damage equal to this condition's duration. So if it's what did I say? Shocked for 5 turns, so it's going to put a debuff on this guy, or a condition, which is 5. You see it has the number 5. That's how long this is going to last. At the start of its next turn, it will take 5 damage. Then it'll tick down to 4, which is 9 in total. Then 3, which would be 12. Yeah, 12. 2 more, which is 14, and then 1, which would be a total of 15 electric damage over the course of 5 turns. So they also have another debuff here. Well, actually, I guess it's considered a condition. I didn't know this, which is this ability here, which is hyenid. If I'm not mistaken, hyenid only that have this. But you're putting dogpiled on them, which is going to give my hyenids a +1 damage for every condition on them. She's got a whole bunch. But he should die next turn, so I'm not going to finish him off. I'm going to actually start piling some damage onto this new guy. Ooh, yeah, that's what we're going to do. See, I didn't attack this guy again because I wanted to hit this guy. This guy has pawn. After I attacked him, that damage went to the guy next to him. That's why I killed him. So that was just a little. We're gonna use this ability. This is gonna make their guy debuffed. Halves their damage, halves their speed. Actually, they might have changed that. What does it do? Damage. It halves everything. Damage, defense, and speed are all halved. That's a good ability right there. Shrink is it's very powerful. All right, so now you can see there's this Nora fountain over here that we haven't got. So I'm gonna throw a guy up there and try to go get that. Go ahead and try to capture that. End our turn. We could reveal too. Okay, end our turn. The reason why I like to use the reveal on my own is sometimes the game can kind of like screw you over by revealing runes for you. They make it more like a situation, I guess. It's hard to put in words. Like they're gonna give them certain runes, and they're gonna give you certain runes to make the game more like I don't know if I would want to say balanced, but it's kind of like that. All right, so we lose 1 AP because we walked over. Move up a little bit. Alright, so I want to talk about another thing real quick for you guys. If you look, when I click on this champion up here, this guy by my base, or avatar, you see this yellow border here? That means he's a common. That's his like rarity, I guess you could consider it. So that's a common. I don't know if there's any uncommons in this deck. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. So the next one would be uncommon, which is red. Then you have rare, which is what this guy is. You see the blue border. There's exotics, which are purple. Then you have legendaries, right here. It's green. And then you have your limiteds, which is white. These are kind of the new like collectors. They don't have anything really special about them. They sometimes have like emotes and stuff like that as abilities that usually don't cost any Nora, or I mean AP. I'm sorry. But we're gonna go ahead and move up, or actually we're gonna move back so we can get an attack off here. Guys, this deck record is actually pretty expensive, but it's very powerful. It's one of my favorite decks. That's why I started with this one. It's not uber complex either. Like I haven't even used any spells yet, but I have some pretty good ones in here that I'll try to show you before the game's over. This guy right here. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. When you're playing this game, you want to check out what your enemy's using here. So we're going to go ahead and look at him. He's got Defiant. When this champion is successfully attacked, it gains Rock Eater for 2 turns. When this unit takes physical damage, instead recovers HP to half the damage that would have been dealt. So I can attack him once with anything, but after that I cannot use physical or else he's just going to heal from it. When this unit takes fire damage, it releases a fire pulse equal to that damage to a minimum of 12 damage to every unit within 2 spaces. So you don't want to be hitting him with fire damage up close for sure. Okay, so I'm going to leave him with 4 AP. This guy will die, not the start of their next turn, but when it's my turn again. So I'm going to go ahead and get out some more damage that's not fire, that is not physical, which is more electricity, because this is primarily what these. Actually, we're gonna get this guy out. He uses magic damage. We have reveals. Nope, we did it already. But you usually want to try to reveal before you put it out, just because that's gonna give you, the runes you use in prostate play. You don't want to put stuff out. So, what we can do though, let's see if we can plan this correctly here. We're gonna want to attack this guy right here with some physical damage first. Okay. Now that's gonna activate his fire. Gives him that physical, basically immunity, pretty much. Okay. So now what we're gonna do? Ooh, it's not gonna work now. Okay. What I was gonna try to do is attack this guy who has his pawn. Remember pawn. It's gonna, instead of damaging him, it's gonna damage the next closest friendly unit. So that's not going to work. So instead, we're going to move him up. Go ahead and reveal just so okay, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're just going to attack. Bada boom, bada bang. Move him over one. We're going to attack again. Okay. Oh man, this is going to be annoying. Okay. Okay, I thought that was a different unit. It's not going to be as bad as I thought. That guy's dead. Now, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use a spell, because we don't want to let this guy live. There's no need to. He's pretty much dead. Okay, so we're going to go up here to our spells. What do we have? We have this, which is going to get... Oh, actually, here's a common, so it's red. Or uncommon, I'm sorry. This gives you a ton of different types of abilities. I think it's random. Yeah, random for 8 turns. So I'm going to drop this. What's going on? Okay, so what I just did now, as I just gave this guy an equipment, which was, what do these guys look like? I'm not sure what their border color was. I should have looked probably. Let's see if we can pull another one. I had deck. There we go. They're purple. So equipment color, equipments are purple bordered. Up here, They have different rarities. This is a rare. Basically, what that does is it gives them this ability, and this ability if they are class. Okay, so you got your race. This is a Hyaenid class Shaman. So that's going to give them 3 abilities basically, which is a heal, which is why I use that because there's not a lot of heal in this. The Hyenids and the Jin don't have a whole lot of heals, which is why this one, this Jin, that ability right there gives him regen. That's so good. I usually put it on this guy because he takes less melee damage, and he also gets 2 HP per for every Hyenid that's out. He gets 2 HP max HP, and for every 5 friendly Hyenids, he gets an extra defense. So it's good, all the way around. Which, go ahead and do that. Put it on him. But for now, we're fine. Now, relics. Okay, so this is another way you use your relics. You can put a relic down on these points, and your opponent can't capture that no matter what until this is destroyed. Okay, that's called contesting, basically. You're contesting it. You're stopping them from capturing it. So now, see how this guy's got a champion within this zone? If I move a guy here, that's called contesting. I'm basically stopping them from owning that point. We're contesting it. So, okay, and then you look down here, you got this floating thing. This is what happens when somebody dies, or a champion dies. There's like a little prize you get for killing them. You want to pick those up as much as possible. Okay. I'm gonna move this guy up 2, this guy up 3. These 2 play together. If you get this guy out, this guy takes costs a little less. You see 94, that's really expensive. You don't want to let him die. We're gonna drop a spell on him. It's called Havoc's Touch. It's gonna give him Essence Capture, and it also gives him plus 5 damage because he's got a range of 1 to 2. Anything above that, 3 or higher, anything higher than 2, it only gets 2 damage. But now every time I attack with this guy, it's going to give me Nora. That's what this ability does. So it's kind of like a 2-part ability. It's very good. Like for only 40 Nora cost, like it is a fucking powerful ability or a spell. I'd highly recommend using it if you're using this team. Really, any Shattered Peaks, which is the faction I'm using, they're called Shattered Peaks versus the Vulgar Swamps, which is another thing I can show you over here. This is like a global ability type thing. So these are AI rules, blah blah blah. Shattered Peaks. When you deploy a champion from your rune deck, you are refunded 8% of their Nora cost. So they're already 8% less than what they normally cost. When that champion is destroyed, you are refunded another 4%, which is a total of 12%. You're getting, and then the enemy team's Fulgur Swamp. Your opponent recovers 6 Nora at the start of each turn. So that's that. We're gonna move him up 5, leave him at 4. Damage is at 23. Basically, with one ability, 23 damage. It's powerful. And it won't die. Move him up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what's another very important thing about this game is comboing. You want to combo as much as possible. So I'm gonna show you something. Okay, this guy has deep wounds, so whenever he attacks successfully, it's gonna put a debuff on the enemy, which is gonna make him take 50% additional damage when attacked by champions with deep wounds. Stacks up to 2 times, so that could be a total of 100 damage. Which basically means it's just 100 damage would be increased to be 46. Then you can throw this bad boy on here. That not, oh, they blocked it, I think. Yeah, they blocked it, but they can't block 2 of them, so I don't think they can. I lost the Nora for that too, but it's okay. Okay, so Bounty Hunter, I have to attack before I can start using it, which is fine. I need to come over here to destroy this shit. I'm up 6. So that these 2 abilities is what I'm getting at, is gonna to combo. And then this guy, once I put this dragon out, after I put this guy out right here, he's right behind the dragon. Once I put him out and then put the dragon out, this guy gets deep wounds as well, as long as the dragon's alive. So now they both have it. So basically you want to attack twice with this guy, then attack with the dragon, and he's gonna have he does like 60 damage. Like, he's just one-shotting things. It's such a powerful combo. It's not easy to get out. You'd almost want to be around there. I just use it in this one. There are some newer runes and stuff like that I don't have. Why did these guys just move? Okay, it was weird. I'm gonna move this guy up just to make sure there's nobody invisible. This is what this guy does. It's got this thing called detection. If there's any invisible people around that aura right there, they're gonna get revealed. I'm gonna move him just right there. We're just gonna block him off. We don't want him coming in here, even though we're not gonna be able to attack, but it's fine. We'll be able to attack with this guy though. Okay, so this guy has actually a flight, which is he can go over stuff like this. Normally you can't walk on here. See, if I click on this guy, why can't he move? Oh, they got wandering? Okay, they might have used a spell or something. So you can always come into here to combat log. This is going to show you what's going on the battlefield if you can't keep up. They used a psionic storm. They used a spell on me, basically. Gives me wandering, which wandering means you're just walking around. You can't really move them. They're just moving around randomly. But it's only going to last for this turn. After this turn, I'll be able to move where I want. They didn't hit all my units, just some of them. All the ones I pretty much didn't want them to hit, but it's cool. Alright, we're just going to move up. See if we can get some attacks off. No, it's too far. Alright, let's put another guy down. We should be able to reveal. We're just going to go ahead and use another scry. We're already winning. This game's pretty much over. Get the last thing. So you have 30 runes total in your deck. Every time you use one or it dies, it goes on to cooldown. Which the cooldown, I think, I forget how exactly. It's double of whatever the Nora cost is, divided by 10. So if this one's 40, I mean it's times 2 divided by 10. So this would be 40 times 2 be 80 divided by 10, which would make it 8 total cooldown. So it's already on 6. And that ticks down every turn, on your turns. So you don't want to let certain units die. Okay, we're going to put down the Stalker. Very powerful rune. He gets 1 damage for every friendly Hyenid, as well as he has deep wounds, which is going to combo with our dragon and this guy over here. Very, very cool. Like I said, I don't, so I'm not sure how good ranked. I just know how they work. I know how powerful they actually are. Like I said, one of my favorite decks in the game. I played a guy over here, but he can't move for a certain amount of times. It's like one of his abilities when he comes into play, pacified and immobile for 3 turns. I don't know if I can attack him though. We're gonna try. Need to bring this guy up first though. This is going to put a deep wound on him. He became inhibited too, which is that's pretty cool. Basically, inhibited makes your opponents unable to heal or regen or anything. So can be cleansed though. Cleanse removes debuffs. Okay, so we're gonna attack with the dragon. How much damage we can get out. Remember, that wasn't which did 33 that time. He's actually gonna be able to do more than that next time if there's a next time. This game's, like I said, it's pretty much over. Move him up. Okay, attack him up. Move him up one. They put down another relic, which is like, not do anything for them. That's how you play. A lot of the times it won't come down to you destroying the enemy's base, so a lot of the time people will just forfeit if you start winning too much. Ooh, I unlocked actually a legendary unit. I don't think I have this one either, so that's cool. Like I said, you can grind to play this game, and you can actually do halfway decent. There's also another website you can go on to trade runes that you don't want or don't need. I would recommend only playing one faction at a time until you get, you know, something built up. That way you can force all of your resources that you grind for, which is your gold here, which I got 400 because that was like a daily, and I think I achieved something else. We'll see. But I recommend only using one faction if you're just gonna grind. If you're gonna pay some money into this game, then of course play what you want. But okay, so I didn't do my daily achievements, but I did do the daily missions, daily skirmishes, I guess is what they're called. But you can use any deck you want. Now achieving these, you get extra gold too. You get 350 for doing this one, 350 for doing this one. Win a PvP game, you get 150, and then play a training match, you get 350. I'm not even sure what oh, it's a training match. What is a training match? Let's see if we can find it. Oh, okay, so training game, PvP game. It's an unranked PvP game. Unranked though, which is only a handful of people in here. That's why I also don't play ranked anymore. There's just not enough players. Still fun to just play even 1v1 and non-ranked, but yeah, I hope you guys like this. I might do another match here in a minute, but I'm gonna take a quick break. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.